boy, the Memphis XL, right back at you with all of my COD games. So the show, we take a look at whatever deck we're going to take a look at, and we have ourselves a good old fun time with it. Today we're taking a look at another Exodia deck. This time, we're taking a look at Exodia in its prime in GOAT format. That means we've got Pot of Greed, everybody. Pot of Greed. But yes, we have ourselves a nice little Exodia deck here. It's all about just drawing every turn, drawing as much as we can. Little bit of stall, but mostly just about draw power. It's a very nice deck, very simple, very easy to understand. So we're going to go ahead to Yugioh Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works. But before we get into the deck list, big thanks to all you at home for 450 subscribers. We are getting so close to the 500 goal by the end of the year. It's gonna be nice. You guys are amazing. You're all amazing. I appreciate you very much. So let's go ahead to the deck list and then into the duels today. So for our main deck, we are running of course, all the Exodia pieces. We have 3 copies of the Emissary of the Afterlife, the GOAT version. We have 3 Mystic Tomatoes, 3 Dekoichi, the Battle Chanted Locomotive, a Sangan, a Spirit Reaper of GOAT format. We have the Pot that is Greedy. We have 2 Upstart Goblins, a Sword of Revealing Light, 2 Monster Reincarnates, a Graceful Charity, 2 Book of Moon, 2 Messenger of Pace. We have 2 copies of the Backup Soldier in case things go bad. We have 1 Reckless Greed, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, 3 Jar O' Greed, 2 copies of Gravity Bind, and 3 Solemn Johnson. No need for an extra deck today. As for the side deck, a couple little things. If you want to deck them even more, you got Thunder Dragon, which you can discard, add T more. It's good discard fodder for certain things. So it's a thing. If you want to go full balls deep, nothing but normal monsters, put in Heart of the Underdog. Draw your whole deck in 1 turn. If you want, it's a ballsy thing. If you want to put your nuts on the table and give it a shot, go right ahead. But I didn't. We also have 3 copies of 7, which can net you 3 draw, plus give you 2,100 life points, but it's a little bricky in of itself, so I didn't run it. If you want more disruption, Ring of Destruction will help you out. And if you want more spell trap protection, Judgment of Anubis is a solid thing. It does require a discard, which, could work with Thunder Dragon as well. But I didn't run it, but you can do whatever you want. So let's go ahead to good old Yugioh Pro and show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good old time. Alrighty, on the first opponent. Do we want to go first? I've been told first is usually better in GOAT format, and especially today. Alrighty, well, an opening hand this is. It's got stardom ups. We have the Pot that does something. It does something. I think it gives you more cards. And that's the name of Exodia, of course. Just keep drawing more stuff. And let's go ahead and set Jar and Reckless. And I'll go ahead and set Emissary. Emissary, if he's just sent from the field to the grave by any means, I get each player adds level 3 or lower normie monster from deck to hand. It's very nice for searching at your pieces. The only trick with it is that once your opponent, destroys it, they know what you're doing. So you better win after you do it, because otherwise your opponent's going to mess you up. Plus, now that he sees this with the Swords of Revealing Light, he's gonna know. And this guy's got a Sangan himself. Is this a mirror match? Ooh, that would certainly be interesting. If anything, it'll at least mean that, we get to see what our opponent can do today. I can't talk. What is this? This appears to be an Armed Samurai Benkei OTK deck. Yes, that is exactly what this is. Okay, well, I've got Spirit Reaper, so I should be good in that situation. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and activate let's not activate that yet. Let's set another Emissary and end our turn. The odds of him attacking with this thing again, very small. Possible, but not as high. Okay, he is actually going to attack again. What a foolish fool. You keep destroying my emissaries, my dude. You just got to keep adding more pieces to my hand. This is helping me. Wait, hold on. Are you actually running Delinquent Duo? No, he is not. I mean, the one thing he does have is Big Bang Shot, which does worry me a smidge, because that is piercing damage, and I don't want the damage to be piercing. 4 pieces, yes! Yes. Okay, if only I had Sangan right now. It'd be perfect. Alright, Jar of Greed. Draw me a card, please. Tomato. That summons a monster. Which is nice and all, but not quite what I was looking for. So let's set Dekoichi and end our turn. Yeah, we got ourselves a nice little Dekoichi here. I don't need the tomato, thank you. Don't really need... The tomato's good for searching out, like, Spirit Reaper. But that's about it. Do I want to activate this now or later? Now or later? Screw it. I'll activate it now. Why not? Draw more thing. Okay, got Torrential, got Backup Soldier. Interesting. And I get to draw off to Koichi. Sadly, didn't draw into Exodia's head. That would have been funny. That would have been very funny indeed. Alright, what matters now is drawing... Well, I can't draw anything for 2 turns because obviously I activated Reckless Greed. But I like to think that I could draw something if I could. Alright, so we'll be good for now. This is where, you know, in GOAT format, we don't have as many draw engines in the GOAT format. There are some. Not as many. Not quite as many. This dude, he's just trying to search out into his Ben K. That's like his whole strategy, is get Ben K. Because if he gets Ben K and Big Bang Shot, I am in trouble. But luckily I have things like Torrential Tribute and also Mirror Force. And I'm going to go ahead and set Spirit Reaper and hope for the best. I'll tell you. I have been thinking, you know, I did the Blue Eyes version of this deck the other day. And it was an interesting, you know, you can get a lot of draw power out of Blue Eyes. But I'm also looking forward to Red Eyes. Because after, you know, one of my, you know, subs did mention this to me, like, hey, how about Red Eyes engine? And then I'm like, huh, Red Eyes engine. Interesting indeed. But yeah, I was thinking, yeah, the Red Eyes engine might work even better than the Blue Eyes engine because you got Red Eyes Insight, Card of Redstone, you have Sacred Sword 7 stars, and you have Allure of Darkness. So there's like a lot of stuff you can do. Alright, so this guy is adding himself a Morphing Jar, which is bad. Giant Trune, that's bad. No. That flips my monsters, not yours, numbnuts. Alright, well, that's, bad. That is what we in the business call a bad thing. Alright, well, I do have Backup Soldier for that sort of thing. This is why you run Backup Soldier, is in case your opponent tries to, you know, get rid of your stuff. And I do have Solemn Johnson, which is nice and all. I'm going to go ahead and set everything. And I really wish I could battle right now, but I can't. So I'll end my turn. This is where the rubber meets the road, everybody. He's going to hit me with the Marfinger. And that's going to kill all my Exodia pieces. But I have backup Soja. And let's see. Oh, wait. No, this is even better. Torrential Tribute. No, no, no. Sangan goes off. Exodia! Obliterate! Oh, talk to my hands, small child. Alrighty. Apparently, GOAT version of Exodia somehow better than a modern variant because it still works. Alright, there you go. You got the money shot. There you go. I got all the pieces in my hand. All the pieces in the world. You got Exodia. Very good. So let's go ahead for a second duel. See if we can do it again. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. But this time we don't get to pick. It's always rough when you don't get to pick. See, you want to go first. What can I say? You like to draw. Because going first, you get an extra draw in this format. So it really doesn't matter that way. What I really worry about is, one, the phone needs to shut your hip. And two, if he has Delinquent Duo, we are in trouble, because Delinquent Duo really messes us up. Alright, get junk calls. I don't have time for junk calls. Junk calls don't even have time for me. Ooh. Now that looks like a lot of that draw power that it was. Hot agreed. Alrighty, drawing out the wazoo. Let's give this guy some life points. I only know life points. I only need 1 life point. I need draws. That's what I need. Alright, Emissary is good. Let's go ahead. Graceful Chair. Might as well. Don't have a reason not to do it. Alright, Tomato. Gotta get rid of 2 cards. What to get rid of? Do I risk getting rid of an Incarnate? I guess so. Doesn't really matter too much. We're gonna go ahead and activate the Messenger of Piss. This card states monsters 1500 more attack. Cannot attack at all. That way, if he tries to attack me, I'm good. And we'll go ahead and set the Emissary. I don't really need him in attack mode. I don't need to bait out whatever this is. This could be a lot of different things. It could be Cyberjar, which would not be good for me, but not bad either. It's a bit of a thing. Do I destroy that? I think I'd rather destroy everything. Because this thing can attack even when I have Messenger of Peace on the field. So I'd rather get rid of it now and just add another Exodia limb. See, I've already got 3 of the darn things. Alright, this guy's playing a straight-up Gravekeeper deck. Which is more or less anti-meta in a sense, because a lot of players play Chaos in this format. So he's essentially playing an anti-meta deck. More or less. Not quite, but it's close. And he has a Tomato, which sadly means Messenger does me Jacko. Jacko. Alrighty. So I'll take some damage. I do need to pay 100 life points a turn to keep this on the board, and I will keep it for at least another turn. Ooh, Solemn Johnson. Not bad. Alright, pay life points. And let's go ahead and draw more cards, because that's what we like to do. Keep drawing. See, I already have 4 pieces. For some reason, this deck is working a lot better than the Blue Eyes version, which is weird, because in the Blue Eyes version, I was drawing, like, a lot. Drawing and searching and all sorts of stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe, I think it's the hat. I really do think my Umbreon hat gives me good luck. I don't know. Because when I was playing before, I had this leopard print hat because, if you didn't know, my AC is currently busted. It gets a little muggy in here sometimes. So I was wearing this hat. And while the Blue Eyes deck was working, it didn't, like, get Exodia this fast. But this is. Oh, hey, another Dekoichi. Dekoichi. The weirdest draw engine ever. Like, pun. It's a bit of a pun because he is a train. Because it's like, you draw 1 card and then you get an additional draw for every of these frightening freight cars you control. Which is like a normal monster with, like, I think it has 500 defense or something. Not a very good card. But, yeah, don't ask exactly how you're supposed to control multiples of that frightening car and flip this at the same time. Like, I get the idea, it's just, it doesn't work. You just draw 1. I mean, you could even switch this out for Skellingle if you wanted. It really doesn't matter too much. The Gravekeeper's Guard. Does this stop flip summoning? Yes it does. No. Stop trying to flip my monster. Or stop trying to put me back in my hand. Stop it. Alright, so that will stop his Gravekeeper's Guard, which is a necessary thing. Alright, let's go ahead and draw more. Reckless Greed is good. And I also have Monster Reincarnation, so I can get back to Koichi if I really need it. We'll see what we draw into first. Another Solemn Johnson. Alright. Alright. Reincarnate. Get back. Oh, wait. Yeah, it has to get normal monster. That's the thing about Emissary. He has to get a normal monster. Otherwise, I would do that, but that's not how that works. So I'll go ahead and set some more cards. We're getting very close. We're like we have 4 pieces of Exodia. We only need 1 more. The trick is going to be if he draws into the things that mess up my day. That's always the thing in this GOAT format, because Delinquent Duo exists. Card destruction is still a legal thing. It's hard. It's hard. Alright. Okay, Backup Soldier is actually good draw, because if I do get hit with Duo, this will help me. This will get my stuff back. Because this specifically gets back normal monsters. Another Messenger of Piss. Not exactly what I was hoping to draw into. Let's see if we can draw into things that are better. That, I would say, is something better. Alright, Sangan. Use the power of sand. Unless he's got, like, Solemn Judgment himself. Does that... Actually, I think that still floats. Huh. I'm actually not sure about that one. But yeah, we got Sanguine. If I crash him into this tomato, I add the head of Exodia and I win. And I think my opponent is thinking really hard as to whether his Solemn Judgment will work or not. I mean, you might... If he has Solemn Judgment, he might as well. There's no reason not to try it. Like, why would you not at least attempt to do? Because now I've got Sanguine. I can add Exodia's head, his bright, shining, beautiful baby face. And unless he has... I don't know. There's no banishing traps in GOAT format. No. No, that would be ridiculous. That would be insane. But yeah, he's got, like, Sakuretsu on. Normally that would be troublesome, but not to this. Yeah, I think my opponent has basically rage quit. He's letting the timer go. Because clearly I have game here. I have game. I have 4 Exodia pieces. He has no Exodia pieces. See, that's the difference between our decks. I have individual limbs in card game form. He does not. He has a tomato. He has a spooky tomato. Comment in the comments, do you prefer this artwork of Spooky Tomato or the other one that's more like a jack-o'-lantern? Personally, I kind of like the other one. I mean, this one's cool too. It's like an evil tomato, but the other one looks more like a mystic tomato. So yeah, this guy, I'm pretty sure he's just raged right now. He's like, oh, I've lost. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead until, we'll skip ahead until the future. If he doesn't come back, and I'm just going to call this a win. If he does come back and somehow outs this, don't ask me how he does it, we'll be back for that. But until then, let's just skip ahead and to the future. Alrighty, third and final opponent of the day. I'm going to call this the final duel, not because I'm tired of the deck, but because we're mostly going to be doing the same things over and over with a thanks you too. Let's see here. What do we have for a hand? Well, I got lots of jars. I tell you, if this format had a jar turtle, that would be amazing, but it doesn't, so I don't get that. There is, of course, what's his face? Avatar of the Pot, which you can run with Pot of Greed, but it didn't run that. No fun. Just run some spell trick. Okay, no fun. Okay, you can't attack with big monsters. Big deal. No. Okay, it's fine. I've got Reincarnate. It's all good. Okay, the one time we see Delinquent Duo, we're good. Because I had enough cards in my hand. Okay, he has a Sanguine. That's fine. I'm gonna take damage, but it's okay. It's fine. I just need to have a monster. That's all I need. Alright, so let's go ahead and pay our 100 life points. We'll pay our dues to society. And let's go ahead and draw out the wazoo. You know what? Let's draw. Hey, when was the last time you saw Chainlink 3 in GOAT format? Not very often, but you do see it. I'm just messing with you. Alright, you keep drawing more cards. Eventually, he'll figure out what we're up to, and he'll try to stop us. But until then, we are solid. Alrighty, so we're pretty set. MST. No, my Book of Moon. I was gonna use that to moon your books. Funny story, I was actually watching, Hard Leg Gaming. Him and MBT were doing their usual Chaos Draft series show. And what was it? Like, Joe had the Wicked Witch. Cosmo Wicked Witch. And, what was it? Yeah, MBT tried to Book of Moon it in a chain that involved Torrential Tribute. It was funny. It was funny because that's not how that works. Turns out Wicked Witch does survive even when it gets flipped. It's pretty nutty. Let me think about this. Give it a shot? Mystic Tomato? Battle Phaz? Attack other tomato? Tomato on tomato action? We'll give it a shot. Alright, so Mystic Tomato summons a monster. And we're gonna summon we're gonna summon our Sanguine and basically win the duel right here. Tomato. Alrighty. Sanguine. Come forth. And you know what? Here, you can get a card too. See, we're all fairs here. You can have a card. I can have a card. Everybody is happy. So what are you going to get? I want to know what you were trying to do. Dons along. I see. Well, unfortunately, young man, Exodia obliterates! He obliterates! Alright, it's not going to get much better than this, folks. Alrighty. End screen time. Alrighty, well, that was significantly better than the last Exodia deck. We went 3 out of 3, baby. Admittedly, the second guy rage quit, but you know what? I was going to win that one anyway. We got to summon Exodia twice. Twice. But you know what? I'm not 100% satisfied just because I want to do it in the current game too. So I am going to make another Exodia deck, not this week, but like next week, on top of all the Beast Warrior decks I need to make. I really want to make an Exodia deck around Red Eyes. Oh, pardon me. Red Eyes version of Exodia, because I think there's a little bit more synergy there. We'll find out. But you know what? I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Exodia today. We did Exodia out of the wazoo. We very much appreciate that. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, I would much appreciate it if you would let me know by smacking that like button right in the booty. And, you know, maybe consider subbing if you enjoyed this. You know, I'm trying to get to 500 sub by the end of the year. No pressure, no nothing. It's just it's a loose goal. It'd be a nice goal to get to. We'll see how it goes. But for now, your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh action. Take care.